Welcome back to the Morning Blend. Well, Paul Lamar Hunter had an associate's degree, a family, and a job. Things seemed fine, but then he was laid off because the Chrysler engine plant in Kenosha moved operations to Mexico. That's when he knew he had to change his life. He decided to go back to school. Nobody, in fact, in his family had ever earned a 4-year degree. His own mother even told him he'd never amount to much.
Now, with a degree in hand, he wrote this book, No Love, No Charity, The Success of the 19th Child. We're thrilled to welcome Paul Lamar Hunter to the Morning Blend and talk about this 19th position out of 21 children in 21 years.
Well, all with the same mother.
All the same woman.
Okay, the youngest is 40, the oldest is 61. So every year for 21 years, your mother had a baby.
Yes, she did have a baby. And I think that my mom and my dad, they couldn't keep their hands off each other.
Apparently.
Seriously.
I think that's a good assumption on your part. I really do. Were they very much in love?
Yes, they were in love. They were in love when they were teenagers.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, that's a fascinating. So you're number 19. Do you even remember all the names of your siblings?
I know all of my siblings' names. I communicate with them once a week. We always Facebook each other. We tweet each other. We have a great time. So I stay in touch with them.
What was the hardest part about being in a family with so many kids?
Well, you know, the hardest part was growing up, and we grew up in poverty, and so we had a lack of things in the home, so we had to share, and it brought us close together.
Like how many, when you think about sharing, parents are immediately going to think of bedrooms. How many of your siblings growing up were in your same bedroom?
Well, see, when my mom was pregnant with the 14th child, they were living in a 2-bedroom house at that particular time.
They were not.
Wow.
Yes, and so somehow the word got back to the Racine County Sheriff, and they came out to evict my mom because there was too many people living in the home. Unfortunately, my mother had to move, but someone gave my mom an 18-bedroom house for just $1.
No way.
Yes, they did, and that house was a blessing to us, but 2 years later, it was engulfed into flames, and I lost one of my siblings, and I survived myself. But you know, like I stated, that it's been a tragedy and came from poverty, but you know, things are looking up at this particular time.
You have an amazing story, Paul. I mean, it's truly incredible. What led you to go back to college and to write this book?
Well, I wanted to share my experience of growing up in a adversity situation, and I didn't have a father. I didn't have a mentor in my life when I was growing up. And as a basketball coach, I noticed coaching young girls and young men that they did not have a mentor. Their parents would not show up at the games or wouldn't be involved in their academics. So I wanted to share my experience, but thank God that guys came into my life like Larry McGee, Mike Morharn, which is our attorney. He was very good to me, and he mentored me.
That mentoring, yeah, is so important, I think, and especially like you said, I mean, it's very common that not all children have both parents present in the household these days, and to have somebody step in and parent or be a mentor or be somebody who's just helpful in that situation, I think is so important. What does the title No Love, No Charity mean to you? Where did that come from?
Well, it came from my mom starting a homeless shelter in the city of Racine, which is Love and Charity, and her primary focus was helping out the homeless, but not helping out her children at all. And so a lot of my siblings have been neglected, abused mentally, spiritually, and physically. And so I wanted to share my story with the world. And for people that are listening, they need to go out and get this book, because this book is a game changer, especially if you are a parent.
Here's we just had a picture of you at graduation. I love this picture because it's you and all girls. The graduation photo.
I call these girls the Upper Iowa Peacocks Divas.
I love it. We actually have your degree here on the table from Upper Iowa University, so huge congratulations on that. We also have other pictures of you with, I think, classmates, and then with kids, and then there's one of the basketball team that you mentioned. Who's in this photo here?
That's the photo of my children, Jana, Victoria, and Isaiah.
Beautiful. Oh, cute.
Yes.
You know, I'm always amazed at someone like you who's heard from someone so important in their life before, you know, that you'll never amount to anything. And then you take that as a fire to fuel everything that you want to do to go out and make a difference with coaching, with your own family, with writing a book that's going to hopefully give others so much motivation to be good in their life. And I commend you for everything that you've done. So thanks for being here.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we really appreciate it. I want to make sure everybody can get a copy of your book at this website, NoCharity.com. You can also find his book at Barnes & Noble or Amazon.com.